Alright, today we're going to be doing a quick review of the Glock 26, the Gen 4 model. I have the Glock 17 Gen 3 model out here just to kind of give a comparison. I've already done my safety checks. I'm going to go ahead and clear again. This one has a little bit of stuff done to it, which I'll go over briefly just so you're not confused. It doesn't come with the pistol from the factory like that. Same with this one, I have a few things done. Anyway, these are the two pistols here. Here's the Glock 17. This is the Gen 3. The review is not about this pistol though. The review is about the Gen 4, which is this one here. So this is the Glock 26 Gen 4. My favorite pistol to carry. I won't get into why I prefer 9mm. You can jump over on my website and read through some of my reviews about that stuff if you want. But anyway, this is my primary carry pistol. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and note is the stippling is different on the two weapons. So you'll notice the stippling on here. This is kind of just the sandpaper feel. And then you have the finger groove stippling and a little bit on the back strap as well. You also have stippling on the front trigger guard here. See if we can get that to focus. Here we go. So the Gen 4, the stippling, it's all the dotted box stippling, so you don't have the sandpaper feel anymore. Gives you a little better of a grip, and it's all the way around the back and also the front, and you have the same horizontal stippling on the trigger guard. The next notable difference is the magazine release. The magazine release on the Glock models 1, 2, and 3 are all this small square. Now this one has the extended one on it, so you can see it kind of sticks out from the frame of the pistol. You don't really want that when you're carrying because it's easy to eject a magazine. But basically the Gen 3 models, if you don't have the extended, when you're firing and you change a magazine, the way the magazine release is, it forces you to have to turn the pistol just a little bit. For most people, some people can get it from this position. Most people have to turn the pistol, hit the magazine release like this. It's not the ideal way to do it. So what they did on the Gen 4 models was they made the magazine release a lot larger. It's almost triple the coverage. So you see here where my thumb is versus where this thumb is. They extended that, and it still sits inside the frame of the pistol. So you see the difference on my extended magazine release on the right, and then the stock magazine release on the left there. You'll see it doesn't stick out from the pistol like my modified one does. So the next thing that they did were they added backstrap options for the Gen 4. A lot of people love this. In fact, on my poll that I did, this was the best new feature that voters voted on. I personally don't really care. I haven't even used mine yet. I like it just how it comes. So anyway, it comes with these two backstrap options, and basically what these allow you to do is you can fix these on the back of the pistol back here, and it will extend the grip. One of the most important things to keep in mind when purchasing a firearm is how it feels in your hand. So if you're not comfortable with it in your hand, doesn't matter how pretty it is, it's not going to be the right firearm for you. So what Glock did was, a lot of people weren't ergonomically fit for the Glock. So Glock added these options, and what they've done is the original backstrap is a little bit smaller than the standard backstrap on the Glock's generations 1, 2, and 3. And then if you add the small extension here, you'll get the normal Glock fit. And if you add the larger one, then you get a little bit more of a beefier grip there. Another awesome thing that Glock did was they started selling their Gen 4s with 3 magazines. Now this is huge. The generations 1, 2, and 3, I believe, all came with just 2 magazines. But the cost of magazines it's pretty outrageous. So the Glocks actually aren't bad. You can get magazines for between $20 and $30, depending on the capacity, if they're used or not. So throwing in an extra magazine is pretty much adding $25 more value to the package here. And all the basic tools still come the same. You get the lock, the cleaning kit, the test round, the manuals, all that good stuff. But I personally, that's the biggest thing for me. Magazines. You can never have too many magazines. You're always going to be using them. So the fact that the Glock Gen4 models come with 3 magazines is a big plus for me. I really like that. One of the differences on this pistol, I'm not sure, it's a pro and a con for different people. The old Gen 3 models, they had kind of a shinier finish, which I don't know if you can tell, especially with the smoke blowing on me from the fire, but they had kind of a shinier finish. And just to note, the barrel on this is custom. This isn't the standard barrel you get. And same with this, has night sights. So does the wow, you can really tell a difference in those night sights. On the right are the True Glow on my 24 or my 26 here. On my 17 I have Trijicon. So I think that I'm gonna have to swap out and put the True Glow on both these pistols. Anyway, bunny trail. Okay, so the difference in finish is a little bit different, and I don't know that you'll even be able to tell. This pistol has more of a gray matte finish. From what I understand, it still has the Gen4 coating on it, which is nice. They've just finished it a little differently, and I think right there you can kind of tell. The 26 Gen 4 has more of a gray matte, and the Gen 3s have more of a shiny Gen4 finish. This finish here, I believe, cleans a little better in my experience. This finish here gives you a little more of a grip when you're racking the pistol back, chambering it, etc. It doesn't clean up as nicely, but they're both still really strong finishes. So I really don't have a complaint about that. It is nice not having to worry about slipping when you're trying to rack the pistol. So functionality is always going to be more important than what it looks like, aesthetics. So just to note some of the other modifications on this pistol, I don't necessarily recommend them if you're carrying, but I have the extended slide release on here as well, as opposed to just the flat one. I already went over the extended mag release. This also has this one has a 3.5 pound trigger, night sights, and I have a stainless guide rod in here. The only modifications I've done to this are the night sights, and then I have the pinky extension on the magazine. So I definitely recommend this. You can, if you're gonna use without it, then practice without it. But if you're gonna use it, then go ahead and pick one up. What it does is the regular magazine, and I'll just go ahead and show you here. The regular magazine lets your pinky hang off. So, and you can still fire like this. I mean, there's nothing, nothing to say you can't fire like that. If you're gonna carry like this, make sure you practice like this, though. However, I prefer the pinky extension, which gives me a complete full grip on the pistol, more control. It doesn't add very much length to the pistol. It does also give me 2 extra rounds though as well. So this has a +2 on it. So it gives me 12 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. So anytime you can get 13 rounds into a compact carry pistol, I think it's a win. All right, I think that's it. Just to go over briefly again real quick, you have the finish, the stippling finish difference. You have the mag release is a lot larger. The slide is more of a matte finish, which gives you more grip than the Gen 3s. And you get 3 magazines with the Gen 3s, and you also get the extensions to put on the back strap. So very nice. I always recommend putting night sights on. I love these True Glows. The front sight post sits closer between the rear view, so I feel like it's more of a accurate shot than with the Trijicons that I have on here. It could just be me, but I shoot a little bit better with the smaller pistol than I do with the larger. which kind of defies physics a little bit when regards to pistols. Usually the longer the pistol, the better accuracy you have, but you know, there's so many factors involved that who knows what the difference is in regards to how I shoot. You also notice on these subcompact models, the corners are rounded and there's no no accessory rail like you have on the larger models. See, this is more squared up here, and you get the accessory rail also. So that's another difference to note. The reason this has rounded finishes is because it's used for carry, so it's going in and out of the holster a little smoother. I think that's it. Go ahead and check my website out. I have a full review and lots of pictures on there at kevinwebb22.com. Check me out and let me know what you guys think in the post below.